If I could put the world on pause,
Mommy, mommy. Hi, this is Lisa. Thanks for calling at the tone. Please leave a message.
Listen up, this big girl. Never let those vocals just say for a second. Back at me when you get a chance, please.
two kids yelling mama. Does anybody know my name? Lord, keep me from going insane. And I'm 2 steps ahead of life, but still keep getting behind. And I don't understand why. But tomorrow I give it another try. The world on pause. The world on pause. If I could put the world on pause and get away from it, if I could put the world on pause, put the world on pause, put the world on pause. If I could put the world on pause and get away from it, got work to do, but I got time. And if that phone rings one more time, I think I'm gonna lose my mind. I can't lose my mind. I got more bills than I got money. This is a joke, it sure ain't funny. Everybody wants a piece of me, but I just need a moment to breathe. If I could put the world on pause, if I could put the world on, if I could put the world on pause. If I could put the world on pause, get away from it all. If I could put the world on pause, every day's a fight, just to give you my time, just a moment of my time. But I know I'm never gonna survive today. Yes, I pray. See your face. That's the only way.
I take flight from this place and land in a place where the focus was my space. I put this world on hold if I could. And the colors of my world would be rich chocolate and soft pinks in a cream colored apple. If I could, I'd put this world on hold and find a place where the focus was the space.
If I could put the world on, if I could put the world on pause, I would keep it moving, it on. If I could put the world, if I could put the world, if I could put the world on, heaven, heaven, if I could put the world on. If I could put the world on pause, if I could put the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for something fresh, new and different. The Danvino Division Empowerment Podcast. If you discover your gift, you will find your identity. So put your hands together and show some love to a special host, Mr. Danny Vickers.
Well, good everybody. Welcome to the Danvino Podcast Show. Boy, I tell you, I got another very special guest again. Hey, listen, man, put your hands together for Mr. Benjamin. What's up, man?
How's it going, Danny? Happy to be on here.
I'm doing good, man. Hey, man, it's just glad, I'm glad you're here, man. You know, you're a very unique character. When we first met, man, we hit right off the back, man. You know a lot about biblical history, man. You know, and I learned a lot from you. Start tying it in with the spiritual thing, so we kind of connected together, you know. But before we get to our topic, man, I want to let everybody know, man, just to go to my YouTube channel. It is Danvino Division Empowerment. Don't do anything but do one thing. Hit that thumbs up for me. You can leave a comment, whatever you want to do. Man, I'm on Anchor. I'm on radio podcast. I'm on Spotify, man. I'm on 8 different channels, man. But anyway, just do the YouTube for me, man, and show me some love, man. Just show me some love. Don't do no April Fool tricks on me and everything.
Show man some love.
But yeah, show me some love, man. Just hit the thumbs up, man. Hey, look, Ben, man. Listen, man. I'm excited to really have you, man. You got that type of energy, man. You're a very deep thinker, man. You blew my mind when you said you was 28. I thought you was 48. Not that you looked, you know.
I appreciate it.
You're not a regular 28, man. You got an old soul, man, you know. We like the same music, you know, and the same topics. We have the same mind. We have the same energy, man. And sometimes we be driving, man. And, you know, normally when I'm driving with somebody, I go to sleep. But you don't give me a chance to go to sleep, man, because the conversation is really, really interesting, man. You're what you knew at 28. I wish I was thinking, you know. But I think it's your environment that you keep yourself around, and you do a lot of reading, man. Wow, it's power in reading, and I like that about you, man. So I just started reading 2 weeks ago.
Well, I appreciate that, Danny. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, listen, man. I want to introduce the social media to you. There's something unique about you, and I was sharing with you. There's some things that there's some greatness in you, and iron sharpen iron. There was something you told me. You said, "What Danny, when what you said, when the students show up, the teacher.
When the student is ready, the teacher will appear."
Exactly. Yeah. So when I saw that you was hungry, and I started just speaking in your life, what I see in you, and you said, "Man, you hit all 8 cylinders. I do want to do these things." So you know. So anyway, but before we get started, man, is there anything that you'd like to share with the audience? Who you are, where you from, where you've been, what your military experience? You know, what's going on with you, man? What's your interest?
I was born in upstate New York. I didn't never lived there. My parents moved down to Florida with me when I was, a year old. So I was raised here in Florida. But I don't know. I've always kind of liked the idea of traveling, getting out of Florida, and kind of seeing the sights. I joined the Navy when I got out of high school. I tried college. It didn't work out a whole lot, but I couldn't pay attention. Didn't have the sense of discipline I think I needed. So I joined the Navy, and in order to kind of fix that, I thought maybe one day I'd go back to school and it'd be useful to be able to do it right. So
right.
So I did that, and ended up working on submarines. I did that for 4 years. Worked as a torpedo man, and I think that's actually where I think I got back into reading. I always read a lot as a kid, and then I think when I got into high school, I kind of stopped. And being underway, 6 to 9 months at a time, it's just got nothing to do. So pick up a book and read, and started trying to educate myself again. And
absolutely,
I think that's where I got back into it.
Absolutely, college is not for everybody.
It's true.
When did you realize college wasn't for you?
I got out of the Navy, and I tried it again, and I did well. I did really well. My GPA was solid. It was just something about it. The love wasn't there. They pick and choose. At least those first 2 years, they kind of pick and choose what you learn, and I don't know. I kind of liked learning what I wanted to learn, and I figured, what? There's all sorts of routes you can take outside of college, and I might as well find one for myself.
Absolutely. You know, you and I was talking the other day, and I was sharing with you. I said, "You're a certain type of seed, and if you was planted on a baseball diamond, you wouldn't grow. If you was planted on the beach, you wouldn't grow. There's a certain soil that you have to be planted in, and you realized that college wasn't it, but you knew you need to be educated, so you educated yourself. Man, how much did that cost you? Nothing but time.
That's right. Just a little bit of time.
Just a little bit of time, man. You know. So I tell you, a lot of parents, they force their kids to go to college, and they force their kids to do these things, but force your kids to follow their passion.
Yes, sir.
You know, not what you want them, but not what you want them to be for you. You know. So you caught it at a young age. What was you majoring in when you went to college? Oh, you don't know.
I was majoring in history. At least that's what I wanted. You know, it's just
Really?
yeah. I really liked the idea of teaching, being a professor at a university somewhere, and you know, it can still happen. I do want to get a doctorate. It's just I think I'm going to try and do it the route outside of school, because I think you can write a thesis. You know, anyone can write a thesis, and you can submit it. It's just a matter of doing it all properly, and I think the higher education is more about teaching you how to cite sources and, you know, things like that to get you ready for that.
Right.
But if you can learn that on your own, might as well do it.
Hey, listen, some people study the lawyer's bar test online.
Yeah.
Some people pass it, you know, and it's amazing. They save all that money.
A lot of money.
So, a lot of money, man. You know, just pass the bar exam. I know people go to school, can't pass no exam, and they got the full 8-year degrees. Woo. They can't pass. That's don't make sense, man.
Imagine getting that degree and still having all the debt and not even passing that exam.
And you can, man, and you still got to go do something. Welcome to Walmart. You got an 8-year college degree. Lawyer degree too. Not to put Walmart down, you know. Hey, listen, man, I want to just jump right into it, man. There's an interesting king come from the Middle East that's captured your attention, and I plundered in my mind, why is it that King Cyrus has your attention like that? Why you're studying King Cyrus? Just tell the audience about that.
Well, let's see. I guess I've always had a fascination with ancient history. You know, there's a million different types of history. American history, there's a history for every country, and there's world history and all sorts of stuff. But
right.
I always liked ancient history, I think, because so little's known about it. And, you know, the amount of information you can dig up is limited, and it's slow to accumulate, and it leaves a lot up to the imagination. And I think that in and of itself is so fascinating. And so when I learned about Cyrus the Great, there was so much speculation around him, and it wasn't until, honestly, the last 50 years, people really, really, really started to learn about the guy. Most of their records were kept on leather, you know, it's called a cuneiform, the type of writing they used. And so, I mean, leather, obviously, it's just going to deteriorate over time. So just about every single record the Persians ever kept, Cyrus the Great was the founder of the Persian Empire, they were lost. You know, they're buried in the sand somewhere, and leather just disappeared. And so people didn't know a whole lot until they really started digging and finding things. And it turns out Cyrus is just this incredible person. And so I started kind of digging, and you know, you learn so many things about the guy that it's just like, how's he not in any history books? How do you not learn about him in school? How's a person that's this important just overlooked in modern education systems? So that was kind of where I got started on him.
Well, are you aware of the history of Cyrus? Is it was a young man by the name of Jeremiah, and Jeremiah used to always go to King Cyrus about what God said. And somewhere down the line, he began to listen to Jeremiah. And when he started listening to what thus said God, that's what made King Cyrus. God gave him power. So when you was, I was just sharing the spiritual part of that, So it's something you brought to my attention when I told you that, and you said, "Oh, that makes sense," because that's why the Israelites thought he was the Messiah.
They saw him as a Messiah. He's the only non-Jew to ever really be seen that way, and it was because Cyrus led a campaign to basically take Babylon, and when he did that, he was responsible for freeing the Jews from Babylon, and as such, they saw him as having God at his back, and that was the reason that he was able to do what he did, and that was why he was there, and he's actually responsible for bringing them back to Jerusalem and rebuilding the temple at Jerusalem.
Wow! Yeah. As you and I was talking the other day, if we go back and we study these conquering kings, and we study their mindsets, what makes them give everything they got to go in and to conquer and to just dominate and be on top of the empire? What is it that, remember the discussion we was talking about? How does that apply to you when you're going after something? Do you have a warring king mindset?
I do remember us talking about that, and yeah, I think people they feel something inside themselves, and they know there's something, from honestly a lot of us from a young age, they feel as though there's something they're supposed to be doing in the big picture, they're just, it's meant to happen, Right. And I think a lot of these people, especially the conquering kings, they had that fuel, and there was something inside of them that told them, look, you're meant to go do this. There's something that you're meant to do, and this is it. Right. You're supposed to, with Cyrus, you're supposed to be the one that uniforms the Middle East. You're supposed to bring everyone together. Alexander the Great, something told that guy, you're capable of going out and taking the world, literally in the palm of your hands. You're capable of going out there and grabbing it. And he did it, and
wow, man. Wow, man. I tell you, if you can just study the great I put it this way. Let me say it this way. Faith is blind. Whoever calls on faith, it comes to them. And whether they're trying to conquer something good or evil, but because of their faith, they would just be prosperous in it. Because faith is blind. Faith knows somebody calling me, and they calling me by faith, and they got a purpose. They got a vision. I am coming, and if they misuse me, I don't know.
But I'm ready.
Because I really don't believe that. I really do believe that there was nobody in the Israelites that God was able to use to think like Cyrus and all those kings out there that went and took it by force, because we get relaxed.
Yeah.
We Christians, we get relaxed, man, and we let the devil slap us, beat us. I mean, just do all kind of stuff, and all we just want to say a little cute little prayer, and we won't fight because we think, well, God will take care of it. But God want to take care of it through you.
Yeah.
And He'll give you the weapons. He'll give you the resources.
You got to go out and get it.
You got to go out and get it. You got to be hungry for it. You got to go want it. But I tell you, there was something interesting that I did some research on. Cyrus was great, but somebody studied Cyrus if you ever want to conquer or overpower someone that is great in what they're doing, study them. And then what you do, you study their weakness and their strength. But that's what Alexander Great did.
Yes, sir.
And he conquered Cyrus.
He did. He brought down the Persian Empire. And it's funny because I was doing a bit of reading, and it was believed that at some point one of the Persian kings, actually, you know what? It was who was it? A man named Xenophon. He was Greek. He was recruited by King Prince Cyrus III. They called him Cyrus the Younger. And
right.
Cyrus the Younger's brother, his older brother, was the current king of the Persian Empire. And Cyrus the Younger wanted to overthrow him. You know, he wanted to have a coup. And so Xenophon, this Greek guy, he ends up being a member of this mercenary squad to help Cyrus the Younger go take out his brother. And along the way, Cyrus the Younger gets killed. And all these Greek mercenaries are stuck in the middle of the Persian Empire, and they need to get home. And so they have to fight and battle their way out of Persia. And then one of the places along the way that they brought down was Macedonia. And Macedonia is where Alexander the Great comes from. And so I think it's pretty safe to say that after this exploits with Xenophon and these mercenaries, when Alexander the Great took form, he wanted to go pay back the Persian Empire for what they did to his people. And so they were just stop number one on the way out.
Wow, man. Wow. I know you and I was talking. It's something as simple as what was so valuable that made great armies was every soldier that was on a horse. That was intimidating.
Big time.
Because horses were valuable. Well, it was more costly than gold. Everyone on a horse. And then when I look at Revelations, in the Bible talks about how Christ is coming back on the great white horse. Everyone is on a horse. I look at the horse. I look at the horse in the Old Testament. Then I look at it in the spiritual sense. The horse is powerful, man. Don't overlook what the power of what the horse represents on earth and in heaven. You know, so just to riding on something that is physical power.
Yeah.
You know, just the strength. There's got to be something powerful to carry the authority that sits on it.
Big time. And I mean, I was thinking about it the other day. I was in downtown St. Pete, and you know how they have the mounted police officers down there. Regardless of whether or not it's a cop sitting on top of it, just being in the presence of someone who's on horseback. Horse is a big creature, you know, and they're strong and capable, and you put a guy who's in full armor with a sword or a spear, you know, or something like that, and put him on top of that horse. I mean, it's scary to be in the presence of, you know. It's powerful.
And hey, listen to this too. The horse can hear gunshots and don't run.
Yeah.
That's a soldier, bro.
Yeah. Valuable.
He hear bombs dropping. He hear all this warring going on, but a horse stays focused on the authority that rides it.
Run right through it.
Listen, if the authority was not on that horse becomes scared.
Yep.
But because the authority on the horse don't jump off, then the horse stays in his. He stays in his.
All right, we're doing it.
We're a team.
Yep.
You don't run, I don't run. You know, that's a great leader, man. And a horse can sense great leadership on his back.
I feel like they're so in tune.
That's the reason why you and I was talking when you get ready to start up your your thing. We'll talk about that later.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have the power and the recognition of the golden horses that's around you. Everybody can't go where you're going, and they can't take you where you need to be going. You got to have some strong people, man, brave people.
Yeah.
You know, if they see where when you're getting ready to go and attack what you're about to get ready to do, you need some leaders, man, surrounded around you.
Big time.
You know, need some leaders, man. You need a strong staff around you.
Gotta have that team.
You know? And it's kind of remind me of you going up the hill, and you got a wagon, and you're climbing the hill, but you got this rope, and you're pulling up a red wagon. But there's people in the wagon.
Okay.
But there are some people with their arms fold and their legs fold in the wagon. There are some people with both legs out the wagon trying to help get you up there. There's one person with one leg up the wagon. But when you look back, you got to take inventory.
Big time.
Who was the guy back here with legs folding, his arm folded?
Kick him out the wagon.
Yeah, out the wagon.
Get him out the wagon.
You're that load that's keeping me from getting to the top. You know, I'm running on. I was running across some rocks, and I stopped at rocks. But now I got to pull hard to get over the rock because you ain't doing your part.
Yep. Can't have dead weight. Can't have that dead weight.
You can't have dead weight, man. You can't have dead weight, bro. Hey, listen, man. I know you reached out to me about writing a book, and I was sharing with you how basically how to get started, and I know you want to do a segment on the power of Cyrus, and I thought that was pretty good.
Okay,
that's pretty good, So like I say, you do that circle of 7 sticks with your 7 chapters, and we'll take it from there. I work with you, so I have a powerful team, man. It's called this publishing company called Cocoons to Wings.
Okay,
and she has a great staff, man, that would help you market it, get it started. They pretty much do everything for you. All you got to do is just show up, and they'll take it from there.
Okay. They
may call you every now and then and want to ask you about what you mean about this, or you want to get a little bit more deep, or I got something I can share with that. Whatever it may be, they're willing to work with you.
Okay.
And with my strong recommendation, man, I'm pretty sure they're gonna take care of you. Give you a little break.
I appreciate
so
that.
Anyway, like I said, my dear friend Stephanie Outlet, she's the owner of and founder of Cocoons to Wings, great publishing company, man, that I would recommend those of you all that are just getting started. Check her out. Go to her website.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, listen. I wanna. Is there anything you wanna talk about your next endeavorment that you want to do, and besides books? What is it? What's your interest? What is that you want to do? You want to let your audience know about.
Honestly, I've been putting a lot of time into writing. It's something I do a lot in my free time. But outside of books, I think I'm definitely trying to pursue something along the lines of higher education. I wanna find a way to get in there from the outside. Like I was saying earlier, I'm pretty sure there's a way where you can publish a thesis and get a doctorate from outside of the school realm. And I've been trying to map out the route I need to do in order to make that happen, because I would love to stand in front of a classroom one day. I feel like it'd be incredible to be able to kind of just put what I know out there and kind of maybe help some people. Right. A lot of kids, I think they may feel like they have to be in school the way I felt like I did coming out of high school, or maybe some people are really serious about it, and I could provide them with a different way of doing things if school isn't right for them. I want to be able to help people who kind of gone through what I've been going through. I don't think I'm a very in the mold type of character. I like to think I do things kind of outside the spectrum a lot.
How do you think you would be a strong effect on helping people with because we living in a culture of anxiety and depression? how could you help young people with in coaching and teaching them on anxiety, how to relax and just enjoy life?
I think the best thing I could tell anybody is even if it's just an hour, a couple of times a week, uh, find a place where you can go and it's quiet. You
Right.
know, I have a hammock, and I love finding little spots to go put up my hammock. And maybe I go there to read a book. Maybe I go there to literally do nothing. But the point is, I go there, and it's quiet, and I'm by myself. I'm with my thoughts, and I can inventory myself. You know, I can reflect, and maybe some things are bothering me. I can think about them. I can work through them. You know, I can kind of help myself out and put your phone down. You know, it's just an hour. It's just an hour, a couple of
Right.
times a week. Just give yourself that little breather, you know, away from everyone and everything, and just
That me time. That me
that's
time
right.
is important,
We need
man.
it,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I think we're
Yeah.
we're in a society now that tells us how we got to be moving fast. We got to be doing everything right now, right now, right now, and sometimes it's okay to just hit the brakes and say, I
Right.
can do it in an hour. You know, like
Right.
I'll be
Right.
right back in an hour, I promise. You know, and just give yourself that.
Well, you're doing good because I might not come back. I like me time a lot.
Me too.
I, I do, man. I mean, I thought something was wrong with me, but when I did, man, I would go to the beach in a heartbeat, you know, by myself, or I'll just grill out. But and I just bring my book bag with books in it. Or I love jazz and stuff, mellow
It's
jazz and
nice
stuff like that,
music.
man. And man, when I get along like that, man, just listening to the waters or
Oh,
something like that, a lot of visions and ideas pours into me, man. You know, and I just start writing them down, man. And I'm trying to make it. I write them down. I try to make it plain and simple, you know. So when I do post it for man to read, people like you, when you see my vision, you run up to me, hey man, what's that? What you doing? I want to get it, you know. And it's like, wow, man, you know. I knew I drew a circle and I knew I was the only one in it. But I noticed lately, man, God is adding to my circle of people that I did not think that don't look like me, don't think like me, don't talk like me, but they are so kindred to me. Yo, you and I have such a kindred spirit. You funny, you love to laugh, you very cheerful, man, and you remind me of me. If I go to a funeral or a wake, I can tell you right now that's finna change. Everybody gonna be laughing except the dead man.
it's gonna be a memorial, not a wake.
Yeah, man. I don't. I just I just don't like a toxic environment around me.
I
I really
agree.
don't. I'd rather walk away from it because
That's why you and me get
my
along, Danny.
peace. Oh my God, man! You
Positivity.
know, you and yeah. You know, I was telling you. I say, our peace is like a pregnant woman. She's 9 months. And I say, listen, man, if anybody get too close to her baby, she hold on, you gonna bump into my baby.
Mm-hmm.
That's how with my peace. Hey, hold on, don't disturb my
Step
peace,
back.
man. You listen, you didn't give it to me. I'm not gonna let you take it away.
That's right.
You know, so I rather walk away, even though you may think I'm wrong, but I'd rather be the bigger person, walk away just so I can keep my peace.
It's important.
I'd rather do that.
It's so important. Just that, and I think it goes right back to what we were saying. You know, just you gotta find that way, whatever it is. You know, to find that for yourself. You know, get to know yourself before you try to get out into the world. Before you try to get too far. You know, because what happens if you meet some hardships down the road that you're not ready for? And what happens if you would have been ready for them if you had just taken some time and maybe learned a little bit about who you are? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because when you're strong in your own character, there's less to question. You know, you're more certain, you're more absolute in your beliefs and your principles and your ideals, and when you have that, who can tell you you're wrong? Who can
Right.
tell you that that you need to check yourself. No, I've been checking myself. I've been putting in that work on me. Like I don't need that.
Right.
I'm here to do what I need to do now. I'm ready.
Absolutely, man. That's what I love about my girl Logan, man. I love Logan, man. She's another conquering queen.
Yes, sir.
I tell you, man, when I need to know something, and when I'm short of anything, man, Logan is on point. She is there. She's willing to help me. I don't care how dumb my question is. I love some Logan, man. Logan. I tell you, she's a real soldier, man.
She's incredible.
But anyway, yeah. But this ain't her podcast, so we ain't talking about her. So. But anyway, man, it's weird. It's funny, man. I was at Walmart today, and I was looking for something in the camera section, video and cameras and stuff like that, and I overheard one of the guys that work in Walmart, and he was talking with someone about the manager keeps talking to him rough, cussing at him. And the girl was saying, "You gotta be kidding." She said, "You're such a nice person." He's saying, "I know." But but they keep trying me. He was young. Mm-hmm. They keep trying me, and I don't want to snap. But they don't know. I walk out of this beep, 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 beep. So he was pretty much getting it out through the young lady. So anyway, when she walked away and I walked up to him and I told him, I said, I heard what she said. She said, "You're very peaceful and you're kind and you're courteous to everyone. I don't know why they're talking to you that way." And I told him, I said, "I know why." I said that there is a conquering king in you. There is something in you that God placed in you for you. There's a great leadership or leader in you. And I say sometimes you got to go through a test, just like a cake. A cake is not ready until it goes into the oven, get that 350 degree heat for about 2 hours. and all the ingredients in that cake begins to come together, all because of some heat.
We need that heat.
You need that heat. Mm-hmm. And I explained it to him and I say, you got to get this heat because you'll never see your greatness if you're not going through something. There's something God doing in you and he's stirring it up. And I say, if you come out of character, now you got to take that test over again.
Yep.
So why don't you stay in the pocket and just wait for the process? Okay, get cussed out, remain in character, do what you're supposed to do. Because I'm telling you, I have seen managers and supervisors do that to me. God allowed me to stay on that job till I saw all of them walk out the door. And they had to shake my hand on their way out. All right, buddy, you have a good future.
Sometimes.
All right, Miss Sarah. See you later. God bless you. I've seen it, man. I've seen it.
You had mentioned when we were driving the other day. You and me, we walk into a room, and I feel like people kind of, like you said, people know we walked into the room. They.
Oh yeah.
They feel that presence
in the room.
I feel like.
Yeah. As soon as we walk in,
I feel like those.
It's like the whole room. It's like the whole room is paused.
Those petty managers, man, they feel that, and I feel like they feel threatened.
Yeah.
And so that's why they're trying to take it out on you. Is because they feel it.
Yeah.
And they don't like it.
Right. They walk around all day long. Hey, they ask you about me all the time. And you're like, what, man, this is one of the greatest things since white sliced bread. What are you talking about? Leave them alone, Man, come on, man. I'm used to it, bro. I'm used to it, man. So, like I say, if there's something in you that needs to come forth, it has to get tested with turmoil. It has to get something has to stir it up. When they make a product or a cell phone or a television or whatever compliance it is, they got to drop it. They got to freeze it. They gotta test it to see is it doable? Could it sell? Is it ready for the market? So if it keeps failing, they can't put that cell phone out.
Right.
Because nobody wants to face lawsuits.
Yeah.
Nobody wants the consequences.
That phone
so
needs
it has
to go through its 2 hours in the oven.
Come on, man. It's got to go through QC, man.
Yeah.
Got to go through QC. So it's got to go through testing. So if you ever want to be like Cyrus and Alexander the Great, you talking about, what is his name? Nero and Darius the Great. All these kings, man. They all wanted to Caesar, Roman, all them guys. They wanted to take over. They want to take over the Persian Gulf. Let me ask you something. Mm-hmm. What was so special about the Persian Gulf?
Oof, a lot. Especially, I mean, and it evolved over time too. As things, as technology advanced, the things that came out of the Persian Gulf, out of the Middle East, it would always change, but it was always relevant. Early on, lots of gold, lots of resources, and you have the perfect spot to set up trade routes on the water with the rest of the Mediterranean. If you have that spot right there on the edge of the Med, every lick of trade from Africa, from Europe, from wherever could have come in through there. And now we get to modern times, oil, still minerals. I mean, still so many minerals coming out of there. And
precious stones.
Yes, it's been a hub for valuable resources. It was a valuable location for trade. It was and it was a great place for horses too. So many valleys and everything in the mountains where horses and cattle could graze. So great farmland, and like in the Bible, Mesopotamia, it's the Fertile Crescent. People have seen the value of that location for as long as there's been people. Right. And there always will be value there.
In America, in other countries, I tell people all the time that we're a country that is we were brought up as a Christian nation here in America, and man, we would protect Israel with everything. Don't touch Israel, because it's not that they give us anything. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
It's not that they give us all anything like that. It's because of our Savior, our Messiah, was birthed and born out of that nation. So and we're, like I said, we're a Christian nation trying to at least hold on to it, but hold on, being that example. But that's just something powerful, man. That's what we want to represent. We want to protect them. But they also have the Middle East. They also, that, like you say, that oil, those precious stones that comes from over there, that we market it, and we build from them. We build from them. I want you to touch on the Greeks. Okay. Just share with us about the Greeks and why did Rome goes over there and conquer them and destroy them, but why did they save the library and they brought that with them?
So basically, history starts with Greece. Like I was kind of saying, in a lot of the places with ancient history, the way they kept records was just so. It's not that it was poor; it was poorly suited to last. But in Greece, you have the literal father of history. His name is Herodotus, and basically he actually was around probably about 100 years after Cyrus, I think. And so he would go around throughout the places kind of the Greeks knew about, and he'd talk to everyone he possibly could. Tell me anything. Tell me literally anything about anything, and I want to learn.
So when in doubt, just say, "Let me talk."
Go ahead.
Oh, you're good. But yeah. So they kept records. The Greeks learned, and they wrote it down, and they saved it, and they treasured that knowledge, and they truly built upon it, generation after generation. It was a cumulative knowledge for what was realistically the first time in a way that would last. So, with the Greeks, by the time that, a lot of relevant things were happening as from our perspective, most of what was written down in ancient history was already gone. The capital of Assyria, Nineveh, by the time that Xenophon, another guy around 100 years after Cyrus, was walking around trying to escape the Persian Empire, he stumbled upon the remains of Nineveh. This glorious capital of Assyria, this power that had been around for thousands of years, and not one person knew anything about it. They didn't even know what it was. They had no idea what those walls were, who they belonged to. And so the Greeks, they keep track of all that stuff, and that's why Rome wanted it. That's why Rome kept all those. It was invaluable. It was how do you turn down all that knowledge of what came before you? You know what I mean? If you're the Romans, you got to keep that. You got to keep that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And with those books and knowledge that they gotten from Greek, Rome came up with something that has an effect on the entire world: taxes.
Yes, sir.
Taxes.
I'm sure
the government came up with something where everybody around the world, if you got a Social Security, if you breathing, you're gonna have to pay us some taxes.
Yes, sir.
That's powerful, bro. Man, that's the greatest. That is the greatest pimp mind I ever heard in my life, man. That's a big time pimp where you came up. You pimped the entire world. Everybody got to pay you.
And
that's a play.
They kept track too. The Romans didn't play around.
Oh my gosh, man! And they do it now. I slipped twice, and boy, and IRS came out to me, man. Man, come on, man. I had to pay back $2,000, but they came up with something that I couldn't read, and they ended up getting $4,000 out of me. Cause like, penalty this, penalty that. What's your name? Danny. That's a penalty. Color your shoes, that's a penalty. Man, they penalty you for everything, man.
It's wrong sometimes. I swear.
That's a penalty. Yeah, they were killing me with these penalties, man. And nothing I can do. The greatest pimp, that's the greatest pimp in America, man, the government.
The IRS.
Hey, yeah, ain't nothing you can do, man. But just be kind to them. IRS, I love y'all. Y'all, y'all the best thing. Y'all been good to me. I don't want to owe y'all nothing. Tell you, y'all done took me to hell over $1,000, man. I ain't trying to get back there. No.
That hurts.
Mm-mm. Oof. Yeah, it hurts, man. Y'all, they ain't right, man. They ain't right. You got to make a certain measure of money, or you got to be a certain person. You ain't got to pay taxes. And I'm pretty sure some of them out there that know how to overcome it. But I'm trying to learn it. How to pay less. I guess I don't know. So, but anyway, man. Before we close out, man, is there anything you want to share with the audience? With your podcast, you want to try that podcast thing, or what you gonna do? You got plans for that?
That's something I've been playing around with. Yeah, I've been playing around with it in my head. Just kind of trying to think of kind of like what I want it to be about. I have a really good friend, and he honestly he wanted to do something on just civil rights related issues. He's a really big person as far as uh, just pushing for black rights, and he's very very knowledgeable as far as the history of black culture, and I'd love to do a podcast with him. I think that'd be really educational and
Really?
beneficial, and yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I see you wearing your little shirt, Black Lives Matter. You know, but I didn't say that. I said, oh man, you know, maybe that's why he gave me a break.
You know, you're good people, Danny. You're good people.
Hey, that's great, man. Hey, that's great, man, to see, because I know you love history, and just to see somebody unique like you with the long hair and everything, and you teaching black history, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and he's a
That's
perfect
gonna
person to
be
do it with,
interesting.
man.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun.
Okay. Yeah, he's a white guy, black guy, what?
He's a black guy. Yeah, he's a black dude.
He's a black guy. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's from New York. He
Sorry, you got a little soul in you, man. Say what? What'd you say?
I'll take it, man. I feel like I got a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, anyway, Ben, we got to close out, man. What you want to say before we go?
It's been a blast, Danny. Thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Hey, man, I love your energy, man. We got to do it again. Got to get that podcast rolling. Got to get that book started.
Yeah. Definitely.
Just go to the website. The publisher or CEO is Stephanie Ouden, and the name of the company is Cocoon to Wings. Go to her website. Right. She's very excellent with first-time writers. She makes it plain, she makes it simple, and she make it cool like jazz.
And all I gotta do is drop your name, right?
That's all, man. Just drop my name, and she'll take your EBT card and she'll work with you.
All right, cool. I appreciate you, Danny.
All right, man. I appreciate you, bro. You be good, man. Hey, happy Easter to you. Enjoy you and your family, man. And go and relax, man, because the beach the weather gonna be nice on the beach, man. So
nice.
I know you look forward to that. You live on the water, matter of fact. Yeah, I just thought about it. You stay
close.
on the water. Yeah, I know, man.
Bless you.
I know it, man. Hey, listen. God bless you. You and your family, and ladies. He's single, and he like all colors. Tell you, he like all colors. So look, if you're in the crayon box, and you like. Hey man, I gotta go, man.
All right, God bless you, Danny.
All right, you take care, buddy.